Hi, because I already told you my PC is done. I am working right now with gouache and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I mean, I watched a lot of tutorials, but of course, in the end, you just have to figure it out on your own and try it out yourself. This is what I'm doing right now because in the tutorial it looks a lot simpler than it actually is when you try to take the paint and put it on a paper and you're like messing around and you just don't get it the right way you wanted it. And yeah, that's basically me right now. And this is an underpainting of a new try, I guess, and it has to dry. So I was like, well, I'm gonna talk a lot about my thoughts with gouache. So, my first painting. Wait a second. My first painting was this one. Oh my gosh, look at it. It looks a little bit like modern art. I didn't know how to blend to that moment, and you can see that. Like it's not. I don't know. It looks interesting, but it's not the result I'm going for. And I also did not had a tiny how does it the things you're painting with, the not pencil, it's something else. Brush. I didn't have the right brush, so I was just drawing with a fine liner here, the lines, and it looks really ugly. I don't like it at all, but well, it's my first piece, and I guess that's fine. It's not my first, it's my second one. The first one I give up because I didn't know what the fuck was going on, but it was my second one, and it's fine for that, I guess. So I know now that you can do, or you should do an underpainting, that you should try to first paint with more water and then let it dry, and the more layers you put on, the less water there is in the paint, and that makes the paint more, the opacity thicker and better, and the result we want to get with gouache. And I have a lot of worries, as always, because I'm at a stage where I'm just like depressed because it doesn't work out the way I wanted. But I know I just have to go through this, like this is part of the process, like you have to, especially when you learn a new medium, you have to push yourself through it and you have to try a lot of stuff. And I remember that when I was like 14 and I was like, I want to draw manga. I was one day, and I don't know if this was useful training, but I could not draw eyes. So I sat down for one evening, and you should do this more than one evening, but to that time I didn't know how to practice. But I sat down for one evening and I was just drawing Naruto eyes over and over again, the same eyes over and over again. This is not the best practice, as I said, like it's better to draw every day a little bit to make it consistent and not just, I put everything in one session. But still, I remember how hard it was, and now it's like easy for me to draw eyes, Not because I just draw the whole evening and now I can draw with perfect eyes, no, but because there are a lot of years of practice and it's easier for me. And yeah, I just think the same goes for gouache, I guess. When I look at all those paintings, I'm like, I want to draw a paint like this. I actually am more interested in painting in gouache than painting digital right now, because I don't know a lot of manga artists painting with gouache, and I don't know, like, this is pretty cool. Or like also with oil, like manga artists who paint with oil. I'm pretty sure they exist, but I don't know a lot of them, and I don't know anyone actually, to be honest. But it's not easy. It's everything, but it's not easy. And what else am I gonna... I have so many worries because of my whole painting process, because I have to learn so many stuff. I have to draw. I don't really can't draw folds. And it's not like I already practiced them. I practiced them so many days, like not days, weeks, months, and I still can't draw them the way I want. You know, I feel like I don't develop. And it's not true. I develop. I can paint them better than a year ago, but still I'm not at the point where I'm like, this is good enough. And I sometimes question myself if I just should take one more year to practice for the publisher, to make it more better, to make it perfect. But you're never gonna be perfect. I know that. I'm aware of that. I know that. Yeah. I don't know. I also struggle. I don't have the time to practice architecture, and that's really important. I'm also really bad in figuring out the hair. This is just a little of where I am bad in it. But I don't know. Oh my gosh, I have a little identity crisis right now. Art identity crisis. Yeah, definitely that. You know, the more I learn, the more I've noticed how many things I can't do. And it's frustrating. But I think this is part of being an artist, you know? So yeah, that was everything. A little rant about how miserable I am. And yeah, see you in the next video. And I think in the next days there will come I already recorded it about Cowboy Bebop talk a little bit about the last episode I was watching. And yeah, I will talk about that as well, because I like that show. Yeah. Goodbye. Goodbye, bye.